What's up, guys? This is Rashad here with Fanatics and Jackalmen Games, and I'm accompanied here with my buddy Dudley.
What's up?
Today, we're just going over one of the games we played here on stream. It's just a best of three match between Super 17 and Janemba Mill. Unfortunately, my leader is a little bit covered up by the border, but it is the OG Super 17 leader.
TIE Advanced and two TIE fighters in it. It's 1 to 144 scale, so it's bigger than this.
So yeah, just there, yeah, he was just giving my leader a read. And unfortunately, I did miss the multicolor energy start here, which does hurt my deck a little bit.
Two aliens in it, and I bought a box with an X-Wing, and I don't know if I bought the Y-Wing or not, but yeah, those are all going to hang right over the center of this chaos. When I hung those up, I left this space clear. I know, that's a cool show too. All the ones I bought are all the same brand. They're that new.
Alright, I'm running red, blue, yellow this time, so Frost is ideal first charge. Him and Bojack get off to a good start. Pretty sure I have 2 beers in hand, trade land for the next 2 turns, so I'm set up pretty good.
And here, going into my second turn, I unfortunately still did not have a dual-colored energy to charge here, so I'm still playing a little bit on the back foot here, but I do get a 4-drop 17 set up in my drop area early, which is good, what I always want to do in this deck, because I really want to absorb from my drop and not my hand as much as possible so I can keep a good hand size. And finally getting the dual-colored energy here in turn 2, so a little bit of a slow pace for me.
Yeah, turn 2, trade land beers, get my ideal turn 2 with the Goku Black. Avoids any kind of anti energy on tapping because it's after the turn. So I get my leader swing and a 15 swing, and I get energy and draw 2, drop 1 in the hand and end the turn.
And we're just going over the Spark and Super combos here. She was wondering how I super comboed so early on, but I have a Spark and 5 thanks to the mill.
During that charge, I made my my biggest mistake of the game. Not looking at the entire board state. I missed what he charged. And as soon as that Bad Omen went the energy, I should have been playing as if I had 1 less life than I actually did for whenever that came out. So instant 1 damage.
Yeah, want to see I swung, get the draw, fill my drop up a little bit more pass, which is very dangerous tactic against Janemba here. I probably should have just passed turn and let him mill me there, so I'm not on as fast of a clock, but I was missing a couple key cards I needed there.
And I untapped from a negate, so all my counter plays were open at that time. I get another trade land. I've still got Goku Black out for a 15 swing.
I want to say I got knocked down to 5 life there. And then thanks to the dual color energy I was able to charge last turn, I was able to respond to that Goku Black and keep a little bit of pressure off my life.
But it's good with this Janemba that I got the second one. I only run 2 Goku Blacks, so getting both of them, turn 2 and 3 is ideal to keep a good hand size, because normal late in game with Janemba, I'm at a huge disadvantage in card hand size. Only disadvantagement right here is I can only leave 1 energy on tap, so I can't use Chomp or go on any ideal counterplay unless I can get a negate down or a bean.
Here I'm super comboing to try to get that Goku Block off board, because it is putting in a lot of work against my leader here on my front side, making me either lose a super combo or 2 cards out of hand, and definitely don't want to keep that trend up. And then here I'm just going for taking a little bit of life, trying to get a little bit of pressure built up here, either make him lose a resource, get a couple cards out of hand if possible.
negate to avoid the crit. I'm gonna be losing a lot of card advantage once his hand hate combos start coming down, so I can't afford to crit a life at that time really.
Here, this is where I dropped the Hellfighter. So I want to say I knocked myself down to 4 life with that swing, and he is gonna rest the Hellfighter to stop me from getting anything big going here on his turn.
Yeah, I rest because I know that something's gonna get played on top, and I also get to draw a card, so I don't lose any card advantage for playing.
And here I go ahead and drop the Hellfighter and go ahead and absorb, because I know his leader still got a pretty good amount of life. He's still on the front side. I didn't really think he would dump hand to try to KO my 4-drop 17. But there, I went for this one to try to get some knock cards out of his hand, because he was starting to build up a good hand size against me. And I think I've been losing quite a little bit there defending. So I was definitely trying to knock a couple cards down here. Also getting another 17 in my drop for another Hellfighter later on. I want to say I think this is a time where I bean, and I may have possibly played another Hellfighter after this bean play.
Mm-hmm. I definitely dropped more cards this turn. You really had to go super offensive here because once we hit turn 4, a lot of my milling combos open up, and against a burst leader, like there's a heavy chance I can make you mill like 7 or more one turn.
Which unfortunately enough, that Gohan I played was the first one I was into this game. I really wanted to awaken as quickly as possible since my leader has crit, and I didn't want to be bursting too much against Mill. But unfortunately, you just can't always draw everything when you need to.
And I crit a negate, which is huge.
Yeah, there goes a second Hellfighter. I want to say I go for the barrier deflect 17 here and pop the chomp off board so I can set up for my 6-drop next turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this time I really didn't have. I think I had an AOD in hand and one to charge, but I didn't have a. If I'd had the reality bender, I could have gone for something bigger. But I had a lot of offensive untapping, but not really any big combos. I'm holding Unyielding Spirit Trunks. Oh, I did have the reality bender. Ideally here, if I've been holding the bean, I would have charged something else and then reality bendered. Oh, I do untap here to go back to 4.
Okay, better Spark and Super Combo to save that 17, because in my opinion, that's a big key to me taking out the Janemba deck here, since his attack can't be negated and it's a double strike. Because Janemba does tend to have a lot of negates, and so that just helps me get through some, get more cards out of hand, being able to force the combo power on the swing.
I've still got 4 open energies, so go ahead and overwhelm, get all the cards in hand I'm going to have, because I know you're starting to get low in deck, and using super combos is ideal for me right now. It's 1 more card out of deck. I know turn mill 3. I don't know. I'm probably one AOD or Demon Sword away from a win.
Yeah, I want to say I had maybe around 10-ish cards in deck at this time. I know it went down definitely to the wire to my last couple. Here, I want to say I knocked myself down to 3 life to try to put a little bit more crit pressure on here, get myself a little bit closer to game. And I go in with lead here, draw 1. So, combo itself, definitely trying to force him to take this crit here. So I risked another draw knowing my deck was low because I did definitely want to try to knock off some pressure here and try to get in for game. I think here actually I end up just going for game here because I had the Android 21 in my energy area, and I was gonna try to knock him down to 1 to see if I can get him to take the double strike. And if I did, I had the energy up to go for game with the 21. So that was a strategy here. I had the 6 drop 17 in my hand, and I knew that there wasn't another one in deck.
Mm-hmm. And my mindset here is I'm playing with 3 life, but really I have 2. Because once Bad Omen comes out, if I have 1 life, it's over.
I definitely want to say I didn't have enough cards in deck to survive another mill the next turn, if I remember correctly.
And I took that last life because I had my 1 per game drop a blue negate on my leader still.
And that's
Thinking I was gonna survive. Yep.
And that was when I brought the Bad Omen out, and